The death toll from the tragic ferry disaster rising to 108. 194 others are still listed as missing. Divers pulling one lifeless body after another from the water, from the sunken ship, while devastated families just look on. Our Nick Robertson live from Jindo in South Korea this morning. And Nick, it has been a very, very grim morning there indeed.
It has, it really has, and you can tell that just from the sort of the pace at which the bodies are being brought ashore. It really has picked up today. Police marine ship after police marine ship pulling into the harbour side, unloading the bodies. They're going into a temporary tented white mortuary on the harbour side, and then what we saw were ambulances backing up to the mortuary tent, 1, 2, 3, 4 at a time. Then very slowly, very solemnly, in a very dignified way, stretcher bearers carrying out each of those bodies, one body into each ambulance. The ambulance is driven away, then more ambulances driven in to take their place, to take away more bodies. So for the families, a very tough day. For a few families, the events today, the recovery of the bodies may provide the answers that they want, but for so many more families, it's really a matter of waiting for the divers who are still aboard the ship. A very, very difficult wait. They're down at the 3rd and 4th level aboard the ship, working in very difficult conditions, visibility poor. The tides today slightly slacker, but they're facing debris inside that ship that's blocking their way. So very, very slow, painstaking process aboard the ship, and very, very difficult for the families to watch all this unfolding, John.
Nick, what's the status of the investigation right now, particularly concerning the captain and the crew of this vessel?
Well, we know that 7 crew members, including the captain, have been charged. The captain potentially could face life in prison for abandoning the ship. We have heard from some of the senior crew members, 2 first officers, a chief engineer, and one of the second officers were speaking outside a courtroom as they were charged today, describing how this ship had a history of not being able to right itself very easily or very well. They also described how the ship had gone through some extensions. They were asked whether these were legal. The crew said that they didn't know, but the underlying theme of what they were saying was that this ship had problems, and they said when they were steering it on Wednesday, when it capsized, that it turned very quickly. No explanation for this so far, and now out at sea the divers focusing on the rescue rather than investigating the ship to see what they can discover that might lead to a better understanding of what happened. At sea the focus very much the rescue, but on land we're beginning to learn those details from those senior crew members. John?
Our Nick Robertson in Jindo, South Korea this morning. Thanks so much.